A tragic love story, the death of his life, the gloomy and depressed loss of the love of his life.
Once upon a midnight weary, while I pondered weak and weary, over many a quaint and volume of forgotten lore, while I nodded, nearly napping, suddenly there came in tapping. As of someone gently rapping at my chamber's door. 'Tis some visitors, I muttered, tapping at my chamber's door. Only this and nothing more. Distinctly I remember, it was in this bleak December. Each separate and dying ember rode its ghost upon the floor. Eagerly I wished the morrow. I had vainly sought to sorrow. From my books receives sorrow, sorrow for the lost Lenore. From the radiant maiden, whom the angels named Lenore, nameless here evermore. And the silken satins retain, rustling of each purple curtain, thrilled at me, filled at me with fantastic terror never felt before, so that now, still the beating of my heart, I stood repeating, 'tis some visitors entrance at my chamber door. Some late visitors entering entrance at my chamber door. This it is, and nothing more.
My soul grew stronger, hesitating then no longer. Sir, said I, or Madame, truly your forgiveness I implore. But the fact is, I was not me, and you so gently came rapping, and the verily is there you came tapping at my chamber door. That I scared was sure I heard you. Here I opened wide the door. Darkness there and nothing more. Deep into the darkness, peering, long I stood there wondering, fearing, doubting, dreaming dreams no more I ever dared to dream before. But the silence was broken, and the stillness gave no token, and the only word there spoken was the whispered word Lenore. This I whispered, and an echo more was like the word Lenore. Merely this, and nothing more. Back into the chamber turning, all my soul within me burning. Soon again I hear a tapping, somewhat louder than before. Surely, said I, surely there is something on my window lattice. Let me see then. 1:30 it is, and this mystery explore. Let my heart be a still moment, and this mystery explore. 'Tis the wind, and nothing more.
Over here I flung the shadow, where with men I fled and flutter. In their step a stately raven of the saintly days of yore. Not the least obedience may, not a minute stop their stay, but with mien of lord or lady perch above my chamber door, perch upon a bust of Pallas just above my chamber door. Virgin sat, and nothing more. Then this ebony bird beguiling, makes that fancy into smiling. For the gravens turn the coral of the countenance it wore. Though thy crest be shorn or shaven, though I said, art sure no craven. Ghastly grim and ancient raven wandering on the nighty shore. Tell me what thy lordly name is on this night's Plutonian shore. Quoth the raven, nevermore. Much I marvel this ungainly fowl to hear discourse so plain, though its answer little meaning, little relevance it bore. For we cannot help agreeing that no living human being ever yet was blessed with seeing bird above his chamber door. Bird or beast upon a sculpture bust above his chamber door, with such a name as Nevermore.
But the raven, sitting lonely, on his placid bed spoke only double word, as if his soul in double word he did outward. Nothing farther than he uttered, not a feather than he fluttered. Till I scarcely more than muttered, other friends have flown before. On the morrow he will leave me, as my hopes have flown before. Then the bird said, nevermore. Started by reply so aptly spoken. Till doubly said I, what he only utters his stock and store, caught by some unhappy master whom mercilessly disaster. Follow fast and follow faster, till his song one burden bore, till the dirge of his hope that melancholy burden bore, of never, nevermore. But the raven still beguiling all my fancy into smiling. Straight, I will a cushion sit in front of bird, and dust and door. Then, upon the velvet singing, I betook myself to Lincoln, fancy unto fancy, thinking on this omnious bird of yore. But this grim ungainly ghastly gaunt, and omnious bird of yore, meant in crocking nevermore.
This I sat, engaged in guessing, but no syllable expressing, on the foe whose fairy eyes now burn into my bosom's core. This and more I sat divining, with my head at ease reclining. On the cushion's velvet lining, that the lamplight aware, but whose velvet violet lining, that the lamplight gloating aware, she should press, nevermore. Then methought the air grew denser, perfumed from an unseen censer, swung by seraphim, whose footfalls tickle on the tufted floor. Wretch, I cried, that God hath lent deep, by these angels he hath sent deep. Respite, respite nepenthe, thy memories aptly nor. Quaff, oh quaff this kind nepenthe, and forget this lust nor. Quoth the raven, nevermore. Prophet, said I, be not evil. Prophet still, if bird or devil. Whether tempter sent, or whether tempters be here ashore, desolated, all undunted, on this desert land enchanted, on this home by roar hunted. Tell me truly, I implore, is there balm in Gilead? Tell me, I implore, quoth the raven, nevermore.
Prophet, said I, think of evil. If bird or devil, by that heaven depends above us, by that God we both adore. Tell these sorrows soul laden, if by that distant aiden, with a clasp and rare maiden, by that angels that call Lenore, with a clasp and radiant maiden, whom angels call Lenore, quoth the raven, nevermore. Of starting. Get thee back into the tempest, in the night on the Plutonian shore. Leave no black plume as a token of that light, thy soul of my soul. Leave my loneliness unbroken. Get back and leave the door. Take thy by heart of my door, hold the raven nevermore. Never flitting. Still is sitting, on the pallid bust of Pallas just above my chamber door. And his eyes have all the seeming of a demon that is dreaming. And the lamplight, him streaming, throws his shade on the floor. And my soul from about the shade that lies floating on the floor shall be lifted nevermore.
This But the rape was still beginning. All my fans seemed to totally.
From my books and sources, sorrow for the lost known. This from my books sorrow for the lost north. The lost north. Mainly, I had such a sorrow. From my books and sources, forgotten north. Near suddenly, I wish tomorrow. Sorrow for the lost north. Suddenly, I wish to borrow the thought I had.
And never come back in that plutonium shore. Leave my shit unbroken. So